Okay, we start this video out with the bubs because we had a hairball, apparently. Decided we were about to fall apart. Lay down, big man. There's the view. Our lovely magnolia. She smells so lovely. And this little tree that's right there. I've never seen a berry grow as a tree, but apparently it is some sort of either blackberry or raspberry tree. But there are some like bush vines growing up in it, but the parts that have the berry on it are actually connected to branches that are connected to the tree. So I am slightly confused about what that could be. And then, I don't know if you can see it out past the satellite dish that won't be there much longer, is what will be the doorway to our vegetable / fruit garden. The only thing that sucks is it's kind of marshy back there, because I thought that the area there was kind of turned going that way, but unfortunately it's going that way towards the creek line. So I've got to figure out how to deal with getting it blocked off or sectioned off where I want it, and then figuring out how to, I guess, dry out that area. Either find a way to put a ditch in to collect the water and route it somewhere else, or I'm going to have to invest in doing raised beds back there, and I really don't want to do that. I'd like to use the natural earth as much as possible. And coming around, probably right there where the swing set is, there's going to be my red maple as soon as she has reached a year old and is established well enough that she can come out of her pot and be put into the ground. Over here, I don't know what those dark flowers are, but they are beautiful. And I know they die pretty quickly when you run them over. But along that way, from here on around, back this way, there, I've got some seeds started for red apple and green apple trees, orange tree, lemons, limes, peaches, and then in the center of it, so I'm going to do like 3 trees and then a big space and then another 3 trees, and in that space is going to be DJ's butterfly house. He has been wanting to have one for a long time, and we actually have the space now where he'll be able to do it. We can get it built this fall and through the winter and get it all ready for cocoons and larvae and butterflies for next spring. We've got a lot to dig out up there. Kenneth wants to basically burn that whole area back in there because it's loaded in poison oak and poison ivy and just all kinds of just yuck. But we're at a loss for what to do back there because it's crowded in with all of these trees, and the only thing I'm really wanting to do is maybe put a swing just like maybe right there. All this that's behind me here, I'm going to dig out, except for these big bushes that are here. These are bushes that attract butterflies, and all this that's here is just, I don't really know what it is, but it's just kind of everywhere. So, oh, sorry, Bubs. I'm going to dig all this stuff out and create a rock / fairy garden, and maybe put some bird feeders over here and a bird bath, and just make it where it's all nice and homey for our little animal and fae friends. it's a lot. I don't know if you can see it. It is a pretty vast area, and it is going to be a lot. Down that way, this one big log that's here, and then there's 2 more that are up here behind the butterfly bush. I'm going to roll that way and take some cinder blocks from the backyard and create a fire pit and seating area. And then this humongous mound of rock was brought in and left there for, I'd say, about a month and a half. So suffice it to say, I think I can really state that my grass is dead under there. It was supposed to be put in over there on the driveway where the company, the tree company, came in and kind of sort of destroyed the driveway. And it was supposed to be put in there to fill in all the gaps and the holes and the ruts, and they brought it and left it there. And the landlord, bless his heart, when he's able to come, was able to take out a portion of the other side over there and fill it in, but it's still there. So I'm thinking if me and a kid, or a couple of kids, can just take buckets of rock and go and put it up there, bucket by bucket, then it'll be all right. But let's see if I can turn this around for a second. Hold on. You'll have to excuse me. I look hideous today. The bubs. Oops. The bubbers. The big man. The big man. But I got a lot to do, and we have the option to maybe purchase this loveliness, possibly. So we're just gonna kind of sort of live it as it's ours and put it out there and let it be what it is. But I've got a lot to do. It actually had some sort of a weird, funky lightning type storm yesterday, and now I have no cell service today, which may wind up actually sucking as time goes on down in here. But you're hitting me with stuff. Stop. I'm just gonna slowly, little by little, do what needs to be done and get some stuff cleaned up and some areas straightened out and get rid of some gunk that doesn't need to be there, and gather the tools that we need to be able to do what we got to do and make our vegetable garden and our trees and our bird house or butterfly house and fairy garden back here with our bird area. Oh, and this over here, what I was saying, the rock here, since my grass is already dead, I'm going to turn that into an herb garden. Make like a big wheel out of it as best as I can. And a little pathway through it and some stepping stones, and divide it into 8 sections. Well, to begin with, at least. And get the mint and the lavender and the thyme and all that good junk all planted down in there, but I gotta move the humongous ass mound of rock first. So that's gonna be fun. But anyways, that was kind of what we were doing out here in the overcasted, cool, comfortable day with the cat laying down here. And I'm gonna get to trimming some stuff and go from there and set some pictures and ask Mom a question about my garden area back there and see how far we can go with what we got.